Do you want to do any clacker bit?
Clacker bit? Oh, I get to do the clacker thing? This is fun.
At least he avoided the fingers being caught up in it.
I didn't even think about that. I got lucky. All right, we're done.
Brick Maniacs, welcome back to another Thursday Sit Rep. We have a ton hitting the web this Friday and in retail stores as well, including promos, pre-orders, new releases stuff, and we've also got an event going this weekend, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff to cover this episode. Dan's up from the Florida Design Studio because you're back into another event circuit, so lots of fun shows going on.
3 events back to back, with a layover in HQ each time.
Yeah, there you go.
So I get to work on stuff here, work with the troops, get stuff done.
We'll be able to catch him out on the road. We'll get to some more details on that later. But first, let's get to the stuff everybody really likes to hear, and that's what's going on promo-wise, free-wise this week from Brickmania. So you might have noticed right here in the middle, I know it's probably hard to see without camera guy getting a good little zoom in on him, but this is our Devil Dog mascot. This adorable little puppo is a parade ceremony-ready mascot for the U.S. Marine Corps, and he is your gift with purchase through the 22nd. So that order threshold is $200. You can get that online and in stores. We will sell the leftovers individually after that 22nd date has passed. However, there's not a ton of them exactly made, so there's no guarantee that they are going to make it to that 22nd.
Individual stores may end up with some.
Yeah, I think when we did this same kind of thing with the AT4 in the past, the Perfect Caliber AT4, there was like 11 after it was all said and done, and they sold right away. So if you're holding your breath, waiting to get it individually, no promises there, but you can get it free with your order in stores and online as well. So the other thing going on gift with purchase this weekend as well is available individually is the 2025 Brickmania wall calendar, loaded up with events, dates, action shots, holidays, all that kind of fun stuff. You can buy it straight up for $10 or get it free with purchases in stores and online of $100 and up. Like I said, it comes with all the awesomeness that you expect.
25th anniversary edition.
Yeah,
so
25th anniversary
20th anniversary. You actually crossed that threshold last month. So now they were in the 26th year, but 25 years and counting. So.
25 years and counting. Yeah, lots of awesomeness loaded up in this. Some kits that you'll remember from the releases as they happen throughout the year. And then obviously it'll be your faithful companion throughout the year 2025.
So those will be available while they last.
Right.
There's going to be a certain point where we don't have them available anymore.
Correct.
So, but if you order once a week, like some of our customers do, you might end up with like 4 or 5 calendars. So
That's true.
Give them to all your friends, accomplices,
they make
nieces,
great
nephews.
gifts.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Great gifts. Lots of fun for people, and especially if you like to follow kind of the military holiday. The military holidays, I guess, in general is the way to put that.
Yeah.
They're all included in there as well. So there's some cool dates that you can track as well. So that is rolling on with our promos. Remember, today is the last day of the Veterans Day sale. So if you want to use that promo code VET15 to save yourself 15% through the end of today, that obviously won't apply to the stuff that's dropping on Friday, but this will be the last one until we get much, much closer even to in the holidays. For that kind of stuff there, so make sure you take advantage. I don't even know when
the next. There's no scheduled site-wide.
Yeah, I was going to say it'll be a minute for sure, but we'll have cool stuff going on every week like we do with our little devil dog here, and all that fun stuff. So, all right, after moving on from promos, let's get into the pre-order. We have a Swedish infantry fighting vehicle that'll be hitting pre-order come Friday tomorrow. You do have the option to add up to 4 of the modern Swedish Army riflemen as well. We wanted to add a quick note about this figure because it's a little on the unique side and kind of directly paired with the CV-90. Probably not one you would expect to see restocked super regularly or standalone. So pretty much the only time you can expect these guys to return will either be after the CV-90 is complete. We'll release whatever's left over.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you probably won't see a straight up return of the riflemen by themselves. They'll probably be paired with maybe if the CV-90 gets a restock in the future. So just keep that in mind if that's kind of one of the more unique figures you want to pick up because it's not part of the normal arsenal.
And that tracks with all the other vehicles that we've done with the add-ons. So like the Canadian, the New Zealand, the Australian, they don't just get randomly restocked.
Right.
It definitely hinges on when we have a product to come out. So
exactly.
Just too many minifigures, not enough production time.
Amen. It's a nice little pairing too. So it's like, come on, get it all together, and then you'll be ready to roll.
Our first ever Swedish anything.
Really?
Yeah, as far as I know, I don't remember any other. We've done a CV-90, but it was Norwegian.
What's the S tank? That's Swedish? Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
I remember
okay,
that
that
bad
was,
boy.
but that was so long ago. That's like
Very long
history.
ago.
Yeah, it was like
Very long ago.
Andrew Summers' time ago.
Cool looking tank, some cool vehicles. This one is also very cool looking, and to hear a little bit more about it, let's hear from the guy who designed it, head ourselves over to Norway, and hear from Andreas.
Hey guys, it's Andreas here from the European Design Studio in Oslo, and today I have a new kit to show you. This is the CV-90. It's the second time I actually get to make this, so that's pretty exciting. This time it's a totally different version. This is for the first time Swedish, so that's pretty exciting. Let's take a closer look at it. So this is the CV-9040. Keep in mind that this is just my prototype. The finished model will look different, so please look at the renders to see how it's actually gonna look. I'm missing some parts that I've been waiting in the mail for weeks from Lego. So yeah, you can check out the real thing in the renders, how it's gonna look. So this is a Swedish infantry fighting vehicle. The CV means combat vehicle 90. The 9040 means that it has a 40mm cannon, which is also the Bofors cannon. You might be familiar with the Bofors cannon from World War II, but that is a Swedish invention, so they actually used the Bofors cannons inside of the CV-9040s. Pretty exciting. So we did make one before. I designed this one back in 2021. Which was the Norwegian version of the CV-90. The reason we did a Norwegian version first was because Sweden weren't part of NATO at that point, so the Swedish one hadn't actually seen combat. Only the Norwegian one was the first one to see actual combat with NATO forces in Afghanistan. But now Sweden is part of NATO, and this CV-9040 is being used in Ukraine to great success. It's had a lot of positive feedback for how it's operating in field. The crew is very happy about the survivability with these. When you get hit with driving on a mine, for instance, the survivability for the crew inside is significant. This vehicle is operated by 3 people. You have a commander, you have a commander's hatch, a gunner, and you have a driver's hatch here. So 3-person crew, and you also can fit infantry in the back here. So you can open up this door and you can have your infantry guys jumping out. You can actually fit also some people inside here, and also they can be poking out their heads and giving fire support from the rear. Yeah, this hatch doesn't actually work that well to put a minifigure down here. It's pretty tight space with how it's built, but I built it so that it doesn't have suspension, which makes it a bit cheaper, but also allows you to have more figures in the back and more space for them. So because of how it's built, you have to compromise sometimes, but I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. So you have the 40mm cannon, you have a small gun here. I think that's a 30 caliber. You have smoke grenade launchers here. So part of the tactics that these CV-90s do is that they're very fast, so they can drive out into combat. They can put down heavy fire, and then they launch smoke, and then they back away out of the situation for the highest survivability. So that is how these usually operate. Other than being an infantry fighting vehicle, it also has the main job of transporting armored infantry troops. So you also get a new printed box on the back that Slam is working on the prints for, and it is one of the Harry Potter boxes that you can open up like this, one of the container pieces for a wand. But I've been wanting to try to print this for a while. I think that's turning out pretty good from the art that I've seen. Yeah, take a look at the renders. You'll see how this is going to look. This is just my prototype, so keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching, and let's go back to the studio.
Okay, thank you, Andreas. Now let's get to the stuff that is getting ready to ship. As with everybody who didn't get in on the pre-order, now gets to be disappointed because the SDKFC
is shipping.
Is getting ready to ship. That's right, with those extra Panzer Grenadiers as well.
Yes,
this is an awesome set.
We did an open pre-order. Lots of people ordered it. We're making copies for everybody. They are shipping. This is actually a built copy. This is built out of one of the kits. So if you order that, it's going to be shipping. The stores will have their copies. Probably not by the time you watch this, but they are shipping.
Yeah, they're getting packed up right now.
Yeah. So
So
they're
should be ready to roll soon.
They will be shipping. Shipping date is Friday, so they will be in the stores. Maybe GHQ might have this, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So
Well, and
we'll do our
remember,
best.
this is a perfect pairing with the Advent calendar, which the finals, the rest of those are also getting ready to head out the door here as well.
I'm gonna go grab one.
You wanna grab one?
You keep talking. I'll go get it.
Fair enough. Dan's going to grab an Advent calendar. While he does that, I'll remind you that we are doing a mock contest. Now, we don't want you to spoil the calendar, so we're not going to start the contest until after the final day of the calendar is open. That's when the contest will kick off, and then at the end of January, we'll take everybody who utilized their own parts, the parts of the Advent calendar, there it is, as well as this awesome little SDKFZ companion here, and do a little gift. The gift for the winner of the mock contest is the 2025 Advent calendar. So yes, we will be doing one next year. So if you missed out on this one and you're going to start seeing a whole bunch of awesome pictures of people showing it off online, well, now you know for next year to make sure you get in on the Advent calendar pre-order.
We kind of we gave it away that this is going to be the Battle of the Bulge.
Yes, yeah.
So-
the theme was given away. What it exactly entails is a little different.
So next year we'll have a different theme. So that's another, hey, if you've got an idea for next year's, I mean, we're talking like, maybe the Christmas truce of 1914, something like that. Those are ideas we're going to be taking into consideration for the next Advent calendar. Look at this thing. Look how thick this.
Oh, it's awesome.
This is a massive undertaking, and at the for the price that it ended up being, this is like a very good deal.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. The builds are super awesome. Obviously, we spoiled some of it with showcasing kind of what the display you could possibly build looks like across social media and whatnot. But there is still some hidden gems in there that
we didn't reveal everything.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's part of the fun. And again, an awesome pairing with this SDKFZ. It is definitely mock ready for some awesomeness. And then even better if you got in on some of the 101st paratroopers as well. You would really have pretty much everything you need to roll out an awesome mock display there. So that is, like we said, getting ready to ship. The other thing that we wanted to talk about. So some of you may have jumped in on, look at that timing, this bad boy, not too terribly long ago when we had it as a pre-order gift with purchase. That was the first 100. We are now getting ready to
They were gone
release
in
them.
one day.
Yeah, it was very quick. Well, it's awesome. Look at it. I mean, holy crap. What tree would be complete without this? I mean, that's what you need.
This is the beginning of a new Brickmania tradition. So,
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool.
yeah. So holiday ornament. This is a genuine figure from a kit. So this is not like one of our mass-produced figures. This is like one of the really small run. Some of our kits only have 50 copies made. So we took all the leftovers that weren't I guess that were complete.
Right, exactly. So
And-
they were the non-vault figures because they were headgear, perfect caliber, some sort of equation going on there where they weren't 100% complete. But we loaded them up with some Santa hats and went, that's freaking adorable. And then you found the ornaments, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we made it into an ornament. This I don't know, it might be something different next year, but this is this year's ornament. You have to put it together.
Yep.
If these will be shipped to stores, so actually they're on their way. We shipped them yesterday.
Great.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, they will be arriving at stores Friday or Saturday. You'll actually be able to check at the stores. You'll be able to look at them. If you're ordering by mail, it's just going to be
It's random,
It's
correct.
completely random, and they're all good. There's not like any classic figures or anything. They're all like full printed figures. You're getting a figure, custom figure. It may not have the kit original head on it though.
Sure, okay.
But every head that's on them are from kits. We didn't grab some just generic heads.
Clean prints too, not like randos style.
Yeah. It's not. They're not misprints or anything like that.
Right.
They're full printed, so they're all the way around everywhere.
Get the little 2024 tile.
And at Brickmania,
Some Brickmania
ribbon. I mean, that's the
Look how good that'll look on a tree. Are you kidding me?
gold
go.
gold foil ribbon. So yeah,
That is awesome.
that's just
So we've got a pretty good amount of those available, but we are not going to be able to make any more this year. So if
we
you want
used
some,
up every figure
I
we
was
had.
about to say. So if you want some, go ahead and get in on that because what's available is going to be available once they're gone. They're gone, and you'll have to wait until 2025 when we try to do something similar to it again.
Yeah, we'll do another ornament. We've done ornaments in the past, but I mean it's been forever ago that we've done an ornament. I mean, I want to say like more than 10 years ago.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, a really long time.
That's how the micro brick battle started. I don't know if that.
Yeah, I remember seeing images of that.
There was
yeah.
a Sherman and a Tiger ornament. They were, few and far between. It's hard to get those. So,
Well, now you know, right around the holidays, you can repurpose your Micro Brick Battle collection to deck out your tree if you want to as well.
yeah, go down to your hobby store, get some tree hooks, and away you go. Hang your brick battle tanks and aircraft from trees like we used to.
Yeah, and of course, it won't be complete unless you have the 2024 one as well. So make sure you grab that. No, don't worry. We won't be mad at you if you decide to keep the figure for yourself and put your Sig fig or something else in there. That's totally acceptable. Go ahead and enjoy it any way you want.
Yeah. Sandy squirrel in the bubble.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly. That's awesome. Okay, moving on from there, we do have a new another gift item actually. If you want to start getting rolling on the for the Brick Maniac in your holiday list, we have a new T-shirt celebrating the 25th anniversary of Brickmania. So that is under the Brickmania 25 Years and Still Building T-shirt, now available and ready to ship. We got a fairly decent amount of sizes, but at the same time, it's not exactly a giant order. So if you want to get in on that, I would recommend pulling the trigger sooner rather than later. One, because then it'll ship faster to you, and you can wrap it up and get it where it needs to go. And two, so you don't check back in a couple of weeks and suddenly realize that your size is sold out. So I would recommend jumping in on that as quick as possible because it's an awesome shirt. We'll have more of that to come as well, so stay tuned. If you're looking to redo your wardrobe and Brickmania it out, we've got some stuff in store for you.
It's our first non-road crew shirt.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, a couple of years.
In a while, so that'll be fun. For those of you who either need more or didn't pre-order the SDKFZ, the remaining Battle of the Bulge Panzer Grenadiers will be available come Friday as well. So those will be hitting their standalone release. That's an awesome figure.
They'll be gone quick. You better get there early if you're going to try to get one.
They'll move quick. If you're participating in the mock contest, I highly recommend picking up some extra ones as well, especially if you did get in on the 101st Paratroopers, because gotta have bad guys. Moving on from there, we've got some. Actually, let's jump ahead just a little bit here. So we've got a really cool offering, kind of the first as a standalone item for us. We've got some trench coats.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
This is something that we've been wishing to do for years. And people have been asking us, we put these trench coats and put fabric items inside of our kits very rarely. And we've sort of, we've always relied on third-party vendors to do the real cloth,
right.
the good quality stuff, because we have no way to do that before. But we are starting to do that ourselves. It's very early in the process.
Yes.
So
it's a labor of love from Slam right now. So every little trench coat that you order, just remember that it's got Slam's mark of approval on it because he's been laboring over them to make sure they're ready to roll. Right.
So this is new territory for us. We are going to crank out hopefully more fabric accessories in the future.
Let us know what you want.
But we're just gearing up for that. We're just gearing up. We have all the technology. It's the process. It's the setting up the equipment. It's all this. It all takes time. We want to do it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is the first offering, so it's a couple of different colors, right?
Yeah, black and reddish brown both will be available. Pretty standard trench coat colors, depending on what you're trying to create. But yeah, both of those will be up and ready to ship come Friday.
Yeah, so the first of hopefully a long line of
we'll see how it goes.
Custom fabric accessories. It's some of the most requested items that we get. And we're finally like, okay, we're going to add another process to our toolbox.
Yep, absolutely. And Slam's the man. You guys know his work well enough at this point to know the quality that you're going to get with that. So that's really cool to see. Speaking of quality, and our much expanded custom created 3D print department, we've got some new offerings from that as well. We've got a World War I German gas mask. World War I. What is this? Sappenpanzer? Sappenpanzer trench armor? How do you even say that?
I don't know.
Neither do I. Well, you got trench armor rolling out there as well. And then we also have a World War I M1916 German Stahlhelm. Quick note from Amanda. The gas mask is designed to integrate with that Stahlhelm. Now, there's a very high possibility that other headgear will also work with the gas mask. However, just so you guys know, if you want that perfect fit, those are intended to coordinate to each other. And I'll make sure that there's links on the page for each one of those products so that if you're wondering, where's the Stahlhelm, you just click on the link, it'll take you there, add both into your cart, and it'll fit just like you see on the website.
The idea being you can turn an ordinary German, World War I German figure into a trench raiding stormtrooper.
Exactly. You've got literally everything you need from the armor to the gas mask to the helmet as well. So that'll be awesome.
And then the weapons, of course, we have a fine selection of brick arms, always in stock, always ready to go. Yeah,
you can literally build it from the ground up, even if you're working with the classic figures or ones in your own collection, or God forbid the other guys. Don't do that.
What other guys?
All right, sweet. So that is everything. Like I said, long list of new stuff hitting the web, not only for pre-order, but also getting ready to ship out the door. Moving on, we were talking a little bit earlier in the episode about events. We've got a big one coming up in Chantilly on the 16th, which is this Saturday. It is 5 years of Brickmania out on the East Coast at the Capitol Store, and we're rolling out all the stops. We've got a new figure. You're going to be out there. We've got the prize wheel. We've got an event brick. And we've got double down on calendar coupon.
Figures are right there. I'm going to get one.
Look at that.
Cut. I saw them.
This one I won't talk through.
Okay.
Nice.
They do exist.
Yes, the Apocalypse Wanderer getting ready to hit Dan's suitcase.
I will personally bring these and deliver them.
Hand delivered to the Capitol Store.
Barring any problems. Knock on wood.
Yep,
they will be there.
We got another. I think that is our first perfect caliber. That's a laser pistol.
That's a rifle. Isn't it?
The rifle has a.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that's our first perfect caliber of the laser variety. Not the first in the Apocalypse series in general, but yeah, this is the Apocalypse Wanderer. Which, if you kind of understand where this is being drawn from, you'll understand why it's a perfect fit for our Capitol Store, because that's definitely an iconic piece of landscape.
He's in there.
That they'll be wandering around on. Got that custom 3D printed armor on there, as well as brand new artwork and a brand new suit to closer match the source material. So yeah, the Apocalypse Wanderer debuting
And probably going to sell it. I have 100.
Yeah, right.
The batch 1 is 100. And there's no batch 2 on the schedule. So be there in DC, be there in Chantilly. We'll have these. I'll have the store's allotments of advent calendars.
Oh, sweet! There you go.
I'll have an osprey with me. There'll be the stuff that you would expect to be showing up there. That probably won't be in the other stores until after the weekend.
Okay.
We'll have it all with us in Virginia.
Sweet. Head to the Brickmania Capitol Store. Check that out. You also get a chance to spin the prize wheel.
Prize wheel. We haven't had the prize wheel out since April. Well, did we have it at World? We had it at World War Break.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, and then the California anniversaries, right?
Yeah, those are earlier.
That was April. Perfect.
So yeah, the prize wheels are kind of becoming a new tradition. So get there. We will actually have the prize wheel just for the scheduled time.
Yes,
It's not
correct.
gonna be
11 to 2 is the meet and greet on Saturday. However, the figures, the event brick, and the extra savings, those will continue through the weekend.
Saturday morning,
provided they don't sell out.
Yeah. So I will be there Saturday morning until the early afternoon. I actually have to get back on a flight that same day.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not going to be able to stick around at the store all day, unfortunately.
So if you want to hang out with Dan, make sure you're there within that allotted time so you can spin the wheel and bend his ear and tell him all your wishes that you want Brickmania to create in 2025.
Right. And get your Apocalypse Wanderer. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to take this one and stick it in my pocket.
Yeah, don't let that precious cargo go. But again, that's the 16th. Deals run all weekend, so make sure you hit up the fine folks at Brickmania Capitol because that'll be fun. And then where are you the following weekend? That's
Santa Rosa,
Santa Rosa.
California. So that's
Okay.
north of San Francisco. Not much. It's like, we're like from downtown San Francisco to Santa Rosa, like maybe an hour
Okay,
and a half.
not bad.
So yeah, I'll be there. It's a Brickpalooza is the name of the show. It's Saturday only. Yeah.
Everything's brick.
Brick, yeah. Brickpalooza. This isn't the first Brickpalooza. It's been a while. We've done one before.
Okay.
Last time I did it with John. I'll be there this time with Jeremy. We'll be doing, it's a one-day only show. So Saturday, have a booth there with a small store. I don't have any like special custom releases, but we will bring all the Roadstore stuff. So
Okay.
if you're a fan of the special Roadstore stuff, I will have that not only in Santa Rosa, but I'm also bringing a selection of Roadstore kits and figures to Virginia. So,
Oh, nice.
So Chantilly. So if you're coming down to, if you're on the East Coast, coming to the Capitol Store, I will have snowmobiles. I will have all of the things that you would expect
that.
with the Roadstore to have. I have a special suitcase full of like all sorts of really good stuff. Been saving it all up.
The football.
Yes. Somebody gets a hold of that. I mean, that's where my ship is sunk.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, in both instances, I will have all the location stuff. And when I was out in California last time, I grabbed some of the location figures too. So I have some stuff from California I'm bringing out that never even made it to the East Coast before.
Sweet.
So there'll be stuff that you'll be able to get for me on the Roadstore that's never been available before.
Awesome. Well, that's reason enough right there to head out. Check out Santa Rosa and the Capitol Store anniversary. Otherwise, moving to Monday. Remember now, we're already talking pre-orders moving out into January of 2025. So if this is on your Christmas list or your holiday wish list, sorry, but you can leave a really nice note in their stocking saying it'll be here in January.
Shipping up. Yeah,
Shipping soon.
we are turning the page.
Exactly.
Our schedule is already in 2025.
Exactly. So the pre-orders for Monday are the Saturday afternoon matinee playset part 2. That's the staff car and motorcycle, one of the most popular of that series as
The
well.
last couple times we pre-ordered that, it never even made it
To shipping. That doesn't surprise me.
I mean, they all shipped, but we never. There
yeah.
was none available to order for the public. They all sold out in pre-orders.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. And then the M7B1 Priest, that hasn't returned in quite a while, so that'll be restocking on pre-order as well. As for the stuff that's getting ready to ship, the CV-22 Osprey is getting ready to roll. That's the one that includes the options for the PJs as well as the LT ATV.
Yes, and probably it could well be the last time we have that one.
Yeah, depending on what happens kind of later.
We don't know. I'm waiting over New Year's to see where our
Yeah, right, if those are even going to continue. So if you like Brickmania's Osprey series, make sure you jump on it, because year to year, you never know what that situation is going to look like. So don't hesitate if you're trying to complete that collection. We will put the remaining PJs up available in that 2-pack, as well as the LTA ATV, but I think everyone who ordered the Osprey got an LTA TV too. So I honestly think there's going to be one available come Monday. So if you had your eye on that, sorry,
I have 2 in the road store. Come to Santa Rosa.
If people are getting their Ospreys, they want all the goodies to go with them at that point. So that's pretty popular to just do the full thing and not just the individual kit itself. So is what it is. There's no necessarily reason that the LTA ATV can't stick around even if the Osprey doesn't, but they have been paired at the hip thus far. So.
Because it's been an option for the Osprey. So they've always, every time we've made an Osprey, we've made the LTA ATV, not the other way around. The LTA ATV has had a couple of solo runs. It is an older kit though. I mean,
you never know.
It's a black box kit, which we don't make anymore.
That's part of the Brickmania production cycle. Is you just never know when that stuff's going to go. That's why we got that fun little disclaimer at the bottom of the website that says, "Hey, by the way, this could be discontinued at any time." So keep that in mind.
And if you see a black box cover, chances are that's the only time you're going to see it, because they've all, I think at this point, if not all of them, almost all of them have been
integrated out. So. It's another good reason to keep an eye on Holly's Halls in case you ever get a chance to jump in on one of those. Otherwise, for a standalone minifig release coming on Monday, ready to ship, will be the Vietnam War Green Beret. That comes with the perfect caliber M16 as well. Very popular figure pretty much every time it's been released, so I expect that to be a hot seller as well, and an excellent stocking stuffer, right? I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and we're getting to the point, we've had so many big pre-orders and big sets coming up, big feature packs and minifigs, that it's going to be like a trickle at this point.
Yep. Well, and obviously you guys know that when we do the pre-orders that have the options like this one to upgrade and add figures, we want to make sure that everybody who puts that pre-order in gets the figures that they wanted to have with it. We obviously need to clear room in production in order for that to happen, and that means that restocks get smaller. And that's just how it goes.
It is. We have fewer. We're able to do fewer standalone figures because of the demands of the, especially something like this. It's a play set with you're going to want multiple crewmen.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure when we're going to be able to squeeze another batch of this into production. So.
Good for you if you got in on the pre-order. Otherwise, hopefully you can scoop up some of the extra minifigures, and then you'll just have to hold your breath on it.
Sometime after New Year, we'll get another batch in there.
That is indeed the plan. All right, well, that should do it. Unless there's anything else you want to cover, Dan, remember, you get him $200 purchases through the 22nd, and this through Well Supplies Laughs, hopefully the end of the year, for either $10 a pop or free with purchases of $100 and up. Those promos will continue to run. Otherwise, we'll check in next week and let you know all the fun stuff. Get your Christmas ornaments.
Don't forget your ornament.
Go to the stores to get your Advent calendar. Hopefully you ordered it online. If you didn't, that's the only place to get them now.
The road store.
And the road store. Go find Dan. Go find Dan. That works too.
I will have them through when I have them until they're gone.
Well supplies last. We sure love that phrase here at Brickmania. All right. Thanks, Brickmaniacs.